Mnemosyne. Mnemosyne is the deity of memory. She is responsible for deciding what and who is worthy of being protected from forgetfulness. The Greeks, more than anything else, even death itself, feared to lose themselves to the oblivion. Therefore, they wanted to be honored by the deity of memory with a memory-filled life. Mnemosyne is the mother of the Muses, and these were helpful to preserve memory through the arts. That is the reason why Achilles, despite having died in the Trojan War, achieved immortality in the minds of those who still sing his feats. 9. Themis. Themis is the Titanide who represents justice as the goddess of law and order. She had once been Zeus's wife and sat beside him, telling him wise and righteous advice. Themis is depicted with a scale, a symbolic symbol of justice. The crime and the guilt is put on one side, while on the other we find the appropriate punishment, so that there is a balance between them. Themis carries a sword as well, used to separate good from evil. The goddess is merciful to the good and punishes evilness. In her later depictions, Themis has a blindfold, a sign of her impartiality when making her judgments. 8. Oceanus. Oceanus is the Titan who personifies the waters that enwrap the world. He is the oldest of all Titans. He had thousands of children with the goddess Thetis, among them the Oceanids, who were marine nymphs and the river gods. The Titan was worshipped by those who depended on the sea to live, but the Titan ended up losing a great share of influence to Poseidon, the god of the seas. Epimetheus. Epimetheus and his brother Prometheus are the offspring of the Titan Iapetus. Together, they were accountable for the creation of man and all animals. Epimetheus shaped man out of mud, but became famous for having refused to listen to his brother's advice to never accept gifts from the gods. The gods offered him Pandora and her famous box. For having accepted that gift, Epimetheus was one of the culprits for all the evils burdening mankind, evils which came out of Pandora's box. 6. Rhea. Rhea is the Titanide mother of the gods of Olympus. She was Cronus' wife. The goddess suffered immensely, as Cronus devoured all their children as soon as they were born. But Rhea succeeded in saving Zeus by offering the Titan a cloth-wrapped stone instead of the baby, and Zeus could then grow and liberate his brothers, while commanding them against Cronos. In Roman mythology, her name is Sibyl. 5. Selene. Selene is a Titanide daughter of Hyperion and Thea. This deity personifies the moon, and her brothers are Helios, the sun, and Eos, the dawn. The goddess crossed the skies at night in her own silver chariot, but Selene was assimilated by the goddess Artemis, who then became the moon goddess. 4. Helios. Helios, the brother of Selene, was the Titan who personified the sun. With his chariot pulled by mighty horses, the god crossed the skies, brightening the whole world around him. As the sun god, Helios was deeply worshipped, but like his sister, he was also assimilated by an Olympic god, Apollo, the god who then started to be identified as the solar deity. 3. Prometheus. Prometheus, as already said, was one of those accountable for the creation of mankind. But he was not pleased with his creation, given that it was too close to the other animals. So he stole the sacred fire and gave it to men. With fire in their hands, men began to develop and reign on Earth. But Prometheus would be punished after having stolen the sacred fire. Zeus punished him by chaining him to a rock, having his liver devoured by a bird. The next day, his liver was regenerated, only to be devoured by the bird again. 2. Atlas. Atlas has a place among the strongest gods in Greek mythology. Due to his immense power, he was responsible for commanding the army of Cronos in the war against the Olympian gods. The Titans were defeated and punished. Atlas was forced to withstand the full weight of the sky on his back. 1. Cronus. Cronus was the leader of the Titans and son of Gaia and Uranus. His father imprisoned him in Tartar, fearing the power of the Titans. But with Gaia's assistance, Cronos was offered a powerful sickle. which he used to castrate Uranus and seize the supreme throne for himself. However, just like his father, he feared being dethroned by his children and started to devour them as soon as they were born. Nevertheless, as previously said, Zeus escaped from such a fate and led a rebellion against Kronos. This great battle between gods and titans became known as Titanomachy. But in the end, the Titans were defeated